name is Carrington, and welcome to this guided meditation yoga practice today. Make your way into a comfortable seated position. Resting your hands on your lap, you may turn them upwards to bring in more energy, or turn them down to ground down. You can also choose to have one up and one down. Close your eyes and settle in. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Softening your brows, cheeks, jaw, neck and shoulders. We are surrendering to what this practice has to offer us today. My gift to you is liberation through mindfulness today. And you can find that always through your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. For that's all you have to do. You just have to breathe and be. Breathe deeply. And be yourself. Be fully present. And be the best that you can be. Right here, right now. Bringing your hands to heart center. Taking one final deep breath in. And open mouth, let it all out. Let's begin. Make your way into child's pose. Remembering to bring your hips down towards your heels and extending your hands out nice and long past your body. Allowing your forehead to fully rest on the mat. Breathing into the space between your thighs. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming up into tabletop, we're going to make some rounds of cat-cow, so arching your back and hunching it fully. Make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders and that your knees are under your hips. As you make your way through, bringing in, inviting in some movement into your spine here. Neutralizing the spine, we're going to take our right arm up to the sky and then thread the needle by bringing it under the left armpit and extending the left arm out. Breathing deep here to wring out any residual ickiness that could be in your body through this twist. Coming back up into tabletop to do the other side, lifting your left hand up to the sky and then threading it under your right armpit for thread the needle on the other side. Make sure that your hips stay centered, because here we tend to sway a little bit. Inhale to come back up to tabletop. We're going to walk our hands out further and drop the chest low for extended puppy. This is just like child's pose, except for our hips are up. This amount of depth that we're creating is a great heart opener and stretch for our shoulders. Shifting your weight forward, we're going to pop on up into a low plank. Practicing on engaging our core by pulling the pit of our belly button up towards the spine. Now lift the hips and walk your feet in, and if you need to, you may walk your arms in for dolphin. This is just like downward facing dog, just on your elbows. That's a warm-up for that. Go ahead and lower your body all the way down into Sphinx pose. Pulling your heart forward by pulling the shoulder blades down and back and out. You're looking forward. Now sliding your hands by your ribcage, pick yourself up for upward facing dog and send it all back for downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Walk your hands and feet together up to meet and fold for ragdoll. You have a slight bend in your knees and your feet are hips width apart. When you are ready, rise all the way up into standing and bring your feet together for mountain pose, Tadasana. Standing here in attention, bring your hands to heart center and then taking them all the way up for extended mountain pose. Forward fold, halfway lift, Chaturanga, which is high to low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. This was your first sun salutation day. Go ahead and step or hop to the front of your mat for halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain pose. Again, forward fold, halfway lift, Chaturanga Tadasana. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Nice. You look into the back of your mat while you pull your hips up to the sky and ground down into your palms and your feet. Look to the front of your mat and step or hop up for a halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain pose. Forward fold, halfway lift, Chaturanga Tadasana. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Taking our right foot up to the sky for three-legged dog. It doesn't have to be too high. And stepping forward for a high runner's lunge. Dropping the knee and untucking the toes, coming up for a low lunge. And taking our arms up high and stretching out our hips here. The front of our hips are hip flexors. Shifting our weight backwards, we're now in a hamstring stretch for the right leg. Looking at your toes, flexing your foot. Now shift your weight back forward for crescent lunge. Yes, you're shifting forward to pick your knee up. Now twist for a revolved crescent lunge to the right side. Opening up now into Warrior 2. You are incredibly strong for that transition. Now reverse your warrior, looking up towards the heavens, and then make your way into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Other side. Left foot goes up for three-legged dog. Step it forward for a high runner's lunge. Dropping the knee, untucking the toes, getting nice and settled into the pose, and extending the arms up. And if you feel some space, you may do a slight bend back. Shifting the weight backwards, We are now in our hamstring stretch on the left side, flexing the foot and looking forward. Shifting our weight forward and bringing our knee up for our crescent lunge. Now we're making our way into a twisted, revolved crescent lunge here onto the left side. Opening up for Warrior 2. Your gaze is just past your middle fingertips. Reverse your warrior. And continue to breathe deeply into all the nice spaces in your body. And flow down into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Dropping down to your knees now, we're going to make our way through a few heart openers and back bends. First, starting off with camel, taking your right hand and reaching back to your right heel for camel pose. Left hand connecting up towards the ceiling or back behind you. And slowly come back up, reaching the left hand to the heel. And again, camel pose on the left side, making sure that you're pulling your hips forward as you are reaching back. Inhale to come back up, and if you feel comfortable, you may reach for both heels for a full expression of camel pose. Truly opening up your heart here. And slowly come back up and settle down. Shifting your feet forward, coming into a little bit of a butterfly pose, grabbing your heels and using your elbows to press your thighs down to open up your hips. As you lean forward, just giving yourself the gentle press here. And coming on up. Now you may need to shift sideways on your mat, but we're going to make our way into straddle pose, taking our legs out nice and long, flexing our feet and folding over. It does not matter how far you get down into it, you just need to do your best to get a nice stretch on your inner thighs. Inhale to come on up. Bringing the feet back together for seated forward fold. Again, your feet are flexed here. You may grab them and fold as deeply as you see fit today. Coming back up, we're going to make our way into high plank so that we can get into our upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Taking our right foot up for three-legged dog, we're going to bring it forward into half pigeon on the right side. So your right foot comes to your left wrist and your leg basically folds parallel. Make sure you get nice and comfortably positioned. If this is uncomfortable for you, you may take a block and place it up under your hip here for assistance. It's a modification. And when you have the space, you may fold forward as far down as you would like for a nice, deep, gentle, restorative pose. Fully taking a moment here to check into your body and to see how it's doing. A moment here to check into your heart to see how it's feeling. And to check into your mind to see if it's still racing like it was at the beginning of this practice, or has it cleared? Inhale to come on up, back into downward facing dog. Take your left foot up to the sky for three-legged dog. And bringing it down for half pigeon on the left side. Again, make sure you're nice and set up, and that your back leg is straight, and your front leg is forward folded in a safe position. And when you are ready, you may fold forward and surrender to what this posture has to teach you. Utilizing your breath to push into the tight spaces in your body and soften them. Fully releasing all the tension and all the trauma that may be stored within your body. Breathing in, breathing out. Come back on up and swing the back leg around and make your way onto your back. Bringing your feet hips width apart and lifting the hips for a bridge. Fully engaging your glute muscles here and lower. Bringing the knees in and grabbing the feet for happy baby. You may rock side to side. Opening up fully your hips for one more time. And rolling out and massaging your lower back. Extending your arms out long. Drop the knees all the way to the right side for a gentle spinal twist. You may look to your left shoulder if that feels comfortable to you. Inhale to bring your knees up, and then exhale to drop them to the other side. Again, you may look to your right if that feels comfortable for your neck. This is our final twist of today's practice. Bring your knees up and massage your lower back one more good time. And lower your legs down into Supta Baddha Konasana. Taking your left hand and placing it over your heart, and your right hand over your belly. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, let it all out. Soften your breathing as something smooth and steady. Close your eyes and just let go. You may stay in Supta Baddha Konasana, or you may extend your arms and legs out nice and long for Shavasana. We are here in our final resting position of the day. Seeing what parts of us have been liberated through this practice. I find that in either Supta Baddha Konasana or Shavasana with our hands on our heart and belly, I feel truly aligned with my purpose, aligned with my values and actions, and aligned with what is destined to be for me. I know that I do not have to do too much, for life shouldn't be all effort. It should also include some ease. And that ease comes from just breathing and being. Breathing in, breathing out. This right here as an act of self-love, of kindness and compassion. Take it in fully, because you did this for yourself. You came to your mat with an open mind and open heart and cultivated that. And for this, you should be grateful. For this, I am grateful. When you're ready, you may bring your knees up or pull your knees in if you're in Shavasana and roll into one side of your body, taking in your last final moment laying on your mat. And then make your way up into a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center and taking one final deep breath in together, in through the nose and out through the nose. Bring our hands to forehead center. We all bow and say together, Namaste. I'm sending all the love and light out from here to there. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Take care.